Many of the applicants come into our program with a romanticized idea of police work. Many envision an elegant battle of wits against a wine-swilling criminal mastermind. Many others were former high school bullies who mostly were interested in busting open some heads. They didn't take my work as coroner too seriously. For them, a corpse was a clue, to be sliced open and tossed aside. But Bethany was different. She saw the cadavers as the people they had been, worthy of respect. She would whisper to them while working, telling them the latest news they missed out on, or how grateful she was to learn from them. Some of the students found it a little off-putting, but to me, it was endearing. And she always knew what she was doing, which tools to use, how to extract the organs properly, how to sew the lips shut, and so on. It came no surprise then to learn that she had been a mortician's daughter. She worked with her dad in some quaint rural village, prettying up the bodies for funerals. He had been something of a public servant as well, being the only mortician for miles around. She told me he would often offer his services for free to people who had died without family, and would stage a public viewing whether anyone would come to visit the deceased. He sounded like a kind-hearted man, and I longed to meet him. I wonder if he shared his daughter's sense of gallows humor, an important tool for people who thrive in circumstances that would otherwise engender despair. Today, we were discussing the process of decomposition and the weird things a body may do post-mortem. We already discussed coffin births and angel lust. Look them up if you dare. So I decided to end on a lighter note. Corpses might bloat up with gas, and that gas needs to escape somehow, I said, pausing for dramatic effect. Corpses fart, in other words. The students laughed, dispelling some of the tension in the room. Bethany raised her hand. The gases sometimes escape in other ways too, up past the vocal cords, so sometimes it sounds like they're moaning. It was true that corpses sometimes moan, but it was always pants-shitting and unexpected. But then, Bethany continued. Sometimes, she said, they even sound like they're screaming. The other students cast each other sideward glances. Screaming? Impossible. Vocal cords tighten when a person screams, which requires an electrical impulse from the brain. And corpses are brain dead. Bethany, please, these kids are dumbasses, and they don't know you're joking. Everyone laughed. Who's joking? She asked, deadpan. I smiled, trying to think of a witty response. But then she added, without a hint of humor, it happened all the time when I worked in my dad's basement.